The Merry Wives of Windsor, Act 1. We will read off the list of characters. Dramatis Personae. Sir John Falstaff, Fenton, a gentleman. Robert Shallow, a country justice. Abraham Slender, cousin to Shallow. Francis Ford, George Page, gentleman of Windsor. William Page, a boy, son to Page. Sir Hugh Evans, a Welsh parson. Dr. Caius, a French physician. Host of the Garter Inn, Bardolph, Pistol, Nym, followers of Falstaff. Robin, page to Falstaff. Peter Simple, servant to Slender. John Rugby, servant to Dr. Caius. Mistress Alice Ford, Mistress Margaret Page, Mistress Anne Page, her daughter. Mistress Quickly, servant to Dr. Caius, servants to Page, Ford, etc. Scene Windsor and the neighborhood. Act 1, Scene 1. Enter Justice Shallow, Slender, Sir Hugh Evans, Shallow. Sir Hugh, persuade me not. I will make a Star Chamber matter of it. If he were 20 Sir John Falstaffs, he shall not abuse Robert Shallow, Esquire. In the county of Gloucester, Justice of Peace and Coram, a cousin Slender, and Castellorum, and Ratolorum too, and a gentleman born Master Parson who writes himself Armigero in any bill, warrant, quittance, or obligation, Amigero. That I do and have done any time these 300 years. All his successors gone before him hath done it, and all his ancestors that come after him they may give the dozen white luces in their coat. It is an old coat. The dozen white luces do become an old coat well. It agrees well, passant. It is a familiar beast to man, and signifies love. The luce is a fresh fish. The salt fish is an old coat. I may quarter, cause you may by marrying. It is a marring indeed, if he quarter it, not a wit. Yes, peer lady, if he has a quarter of your coat, there is but 3 skirts for yourself, in my simple conjectures. But that is all one. If Sir John Falstaff have committed disparagements unto you, I am of the church, and will be glad to do my benevolence, to make atonements and compromises between you. The council shall hear it. It is a riot. It is not meet the council hear a riot. There is no fear of got in a riot. The council, look you, shall desire to hear the fear of God, and not to hear a riot. Take your vizaments in that. Ha, oh my life, if I were young again, the sword should end it. It is Peter that friends is the sword, and end it. And there is also another device in my brain which peradventure brings good discretions with it. There is Anne Page, which is daughter to Master George Page, which is pretty virginity. Mistress Anne Page, she has brown hair and speaks small like a woman. It is that fairy person for all the world, as just as you will desire, and 700 pounds of moneys, and gold and silver is her grandsire upon his deathbed, got delivered to a joyful resurrections, give when she is able to overtake 17 years old. It were a goot motion if we were leave our pribbles and prabbles, and desire a marriage between Master Abraham and Mistress Anne Page. Did her grandsire leave her 700 pound? And her father is make her a petter penny. I know the young gentlewoman. She has good gifts. 700 pounds and possibilities is good gifts. Well, let us see, honest Master Page. Is Falstaff there? Shall I tell you a lie? I do despise a liar as I do despise one that is false, or as I despise one that is not true. The knight Sir John is there, and I beseech you, be ruled by your well-willers. I will peat the door for Master Page. What ho, God bless your house here. Who's there? Here is God's blessing, and your friend and Justice Shallow, and here young Master Slender, that peradventures shall tell you another tale, if matters grow to your likings. I am glad to see your worships well. I may thank you for my venison, Master Shallow. Master Page, I am glad to see you. Much good do it to your good heart. I wished your venison better. It was ill killed. How doth good Mistress Page? And I thank you always with my heart, with my heart. Sir, I thank you. Sir, I thank you. By ye and no, I do. I am glad to see you, good Master Slender. How does your fallow greyhound, sir? I heard say he was outrun on Cotsill. It could not be judged, sir. You'll not confess, you'll not confess. That he will not. 'Tis your fault, 'tis your fault. 'Tis a good dog. A cure, sir. Sir, he's a good dog, and a fair dog. Can there be more said? He is good and fair. Is Sir John Falstaff here? Sir, he is within, and I could do a good office between you. It is spoke as a Christian's ought to speak. He hath wronged me, Master Page. Sir, he doth in some sort confess it. If it be confessed, it is not redressed. It is not that so, Master Page. He hath wronged me, indeed he hath. At a word he hath. Believe me, Robert Shallow, Esquire, safe he is wronged. Here comes Sir John. Now, Master Shallow, you'll complain of me to the king? Knight, you have beaten my men, killed my deer, and broken open my lodge. but not kissed your keeper's daughter? Tut a pin, this shall be answered. I will answer it straight. I have done all this. That is now answered. The council shall know this. 'Twere better for you if it were known in council. You'll be laughed at. Poca verba, Sir John Good Warts. Good warts? Good cabbage. Slender, I broke your head. What matter have you against me? Marry, sir, I have matter in my head against you, and against your coney-catching rascals Bardolph, Nymph, and Pistol. They carried me to the tavern and made me drunk, and afterward picked my pocket. You Banbury cheese. It is no matter. How now, Mephistopheles? It is no matter. Slice, I say, pauca, pauca. Slice, that's my humor. Where's Simple, my man? Can you tell me, cousin? Peace, I pray you. Now let us understand, there is 3 umpires in this matter, as I understand. That is Master Page, Fidelicet, Master Page, and there is myself, Fidelicet, myself, and the 3 party is lastly and finally mine host of the garter. We 3 to hear it and end it between them. Very good. I will make a brief of it in my notebook, and we will afterwards work upon the cause, which with as great discreetly as we can. Pistol, he hears with ears. The devil and his tam. What phrase is this he hears with ear? Why, it is affectations. Pistol, did you pick Master Slender's purse? By these gloves did he, or I might never come in mine own great chamber against else of 7 groats and mill 6pences, and 2 Edward shovel boards that cost me 2 shilling and 2 pence apiece of Yed Miller by these gloves. Is this true, Pistol? No, it is false, if it a pick purse. Ha, thou mountain foreigner! Sir John and master mine, I combat challenge of this Latin Bilbo. Word of denial in thy labrys here. Word of denial, froth and scum. Thou liest. By these gloves, then 'twas he. Be advised, sir, and pass good humours, I will say, merry tramp, with you, if you run the nuthook's humour on me. That is the very note of it. By this hat, then he in the red face had it, for though I cannot remember what I did when you made me drunk, yet I am not altogether an ass. What say you, Scarlet and John? Why, sir, for my part, I say the gentleman had drunk himself out of his 5 sentences. It is his 5 senses. Fie, what the ignorance is. Being fap, sir, was, as they say, cashiered, and so conclusions passed the couriers. You spoke in Latin then too, but 'tis no matter, I'll never be drunk whilst I live again, but in honest, civil, godly company for this trick. If I be drunk, I'll be drunk with those that have the fear of God, and not with drunken knaves. So got udge me, that is a virtuous mind. You hear all these matters denied, gentlemen, you hear it. Nay, daughter, carry the wine in, and we'll drink within. Oh, heaven, this is Mistress Anne Page. How now, Mistress Ford? Mistress Ford, by my troth. You are very well met. By your leave, good mistress. Kisses her. Wife, bid these gentlemen welcome. Come, we have a hot venison pasty to dinner. Come, gentlemen, I hope we shall drink down with all unkindness. Exeunt all except Shallow, Slender, and Evans. Slender. I had rather a 40 shillings I had my book of songs and sonnets here. Enter Simple. How now, Simple, where have you been? I must wait on myself, must I? You have not the book of riddles about you, have you? Book of riddles? Why, did you not lend it to Alice Shortcake upon All Hallows Mass last, a fortnight afore Michaelmas? Some cause, come cause, we stay for you, a word with you cause, marry this cause. There is a tweer, a tender, a kind of tender made afar off by Sir Hugh here. Do you understand me? Sir, you shall find me reasonable if it be so. I shall do that is reason. Nay, but understand me. So I do, sir. Give ear to his motions. Master Slender, I will description the matter to you, if you be capacity of it. Nay, I will do as my cousin Shallow says. I pray you pardon me. He's a justice of peace in his country, simple though I stand here. But that is not the question. The question is concerning your marriage. There's the point, sir. Marry, is it? The very point of it, to Mistress Anne Page. Why, if it be so, I will marry her upon any reasonable demands. But can you affection the omen? Let us command to know that of your mouth or of your lips. For divers philosophers hold that the lips is parcel of the mouth. Therefore, precisely can you carry your good will to the maid. Cousin Abraham Slender, can you love her? I hope, sir, I will do as it shall become one that would do reason. Nay, God's lords and his ladies, you must speak positable, if you can carry her your desires towards her. That you must. Will you, upon good dowry, marry her? I will do a greater thing than that, upon your requests, cousin, in any reason. Nay, conceive me, sweet cause. What I do is to pleasure you, cause. Can you love the maid? I will marry her, sir, at your request, but if there be no great love in the beginning, yet heaven may decrease upon better acquaintance. When we are married and have more occasion to know one another, I hope upon familiarity will grow more content. But if you say, marry her, I will marry her, that I am freely dissolved and dissolutely. It is a fairy discretion answer, save the fall is in the ord dissolutely. The ord is according to our meaning resolutely. His meaning is good. I think my cousin meant well. Or else I might be hanged. Ah. Here comes fair Mistress Anne. Would I were young for your sake, Mistress Anne. The dinner is on the table. My father desires your worship's company. I will wait on him, fair Mistress Anne. Odds blessed will, I will not be absent at the grace. Will it please your worship to come in, sir? No, I thank you, forsooth heartily, I am very well. The dinner attends you, sir. I am not hungry, I thank you, forsooth. Go, Sarah, for all you are my man. Go wait upon my cousin Shallow, exit simple, a justice of peace. Sometime may be beholding to his friend for a man. I keep but 3 men and a boy yet, till my mother be dead. But what though? Yet I live like a poor gentleman born. I may not go in without your worship, They will not sit till you come. I'll eat nothing. I thank you as much as though I did. I pray you, sir, walk in. I had rather walk here. I thank you. I bruised my shin the other day, playing with sword and dagger with a master of fence, 3 pennies for a dish of stewed prunes. And by my troth, I cannot abide the smell of hot meat since. Why do your dogs bark so? Be there bears in the town? I think there are, sir. I heard them talked of. I love the sport well, but I shall as soon quarrel as any man in England. You are afraid if you see the bear loose, are you not? Indeed, sir. That's meat and drink to me. Now, I have seen Sackerson loose 20 times, and I have taken him by the chain, but I warrant you the woman have so cried and shrieked at it that it passed. But women indeed cannot abide them. They are very ill-favored rough things. Come gently, Master Slender. Come, we stay for you. I'll eat nothing, thank you, sir. By cock and pie you shall not choose, sir. Come, come. Nay, pray you lead the way. Come on, sir. Mistress Anne yourself shall go first. Not I, sir, pray you keep on. Truly I will not go first. Truly law, I will not do you that wrong. I pray you, sir. I'll rather be unmannerly than troublesome. You do yourself wrong indeed, law. And we have a graphic from the Kindle reader. There we go. It focused. Wonderful. So that was the woman page, Mary Ann, and slender and shallow. So we're getting along. Okay. Scene 2. Enter Evans and Simple from dinner. Evans, go your ways and ask Dr. Caius' house which is the way, and there dwells one mistress quickly, which is in the manner of his nurse, or his dry nurse, or his cook, or laundry, his washer, or wringer. Well, sir? Nay, it is better yet. Give her this letter, for it is a omen that altogether acquaintance with mistress and page, and the letter is to desire and require her to solicit your master's desires to mistress and page. I pray you be gone. I will make an end of my dinner. There's pippins and cheese to come. End of scene 2. Scene 3. Enter Falstaff, host Bardolph, Nym, Pistol, Robin, Falstaff's page, Falstaff. Mine host of the Garter, what says my bully rook? Speak scholarly and wisely. Truly, mine host, I must turn away some of my followers. Discard bully Hercules, cashier, let them wag, trot, trot. I sit at £10 a week. Thou art an emperor, Caesar, Kaiser, a Feezer, and I will entertain Bardolph. He shall draw, he shall tap. Said I well, bully Hector? Do so, good mine host. I have spoke. Let him follow to Bardolph. Let me see thee froth and lime. I am at a word, follow. Bardolph follow him, a tapster is a good trade. And old Cloak makes a new jerkin, a withered serving man, a fresh tapster. Go at you. It is a life that I have desired. I will thrive. O base Hungarian wight, wilt thou the spigot wield? He was gotten in drink. Is not the humor conceited? I am glad I am so acquit of this tinder box. His thefts were too open. His filching was like an unskilful singer. He kept not time. The good humor is to steal at a minute's rest. Convey, the wise it call, steal. Foe a fico for the phrase. Well, sirs, I am almost out at heels. Why then let kibes ensue. There is no remedy. I must coney catch, I must shift. Young ravens must have food. Which of you know Ford of this town? I ken the wight. He is of substance good. My honest lads, I will tell you what I am about. 2 yards and more. No quips now, pistol. Indeed, I am the waist 2 yards about. But I am now about no waste. I am about thrift. Briefly, I do mean to make love to Ford's wife. I spy entertainment in her. She discourses, she carves, she gives the leer of invitation. I can construe the action of her familiar style, and the hardest voice of her behavior. To be Englished rightly is, I am Sir John Falstaff's. He hath studied her well, and translated her will out of honesty into English. The anchor is deep. Will that humor pass? Now the report goes she has all the rule of her husband's purse. He hath a legend of angels, as many devils entertain, and to her boy say I, the humor rises, it is good, humor me the angels. I have writ me here a letter to her, and here another to Page's wife, who even now gave me good eyes too, examined my parts with most judicious Iliads. Sometimes the beam of her gilded my foot, sometimes my portly belly. Then did the sun on dunghill shine. I thank thee for that humor. Oh, she did so course over my exteriors with such greedy intention, that the appetite of her eye did seem to scorch me up like a burning glass. Here's another letter to her. She bears the purse too. She is a region in Guyana, all gold and bounty. I will be cheaters to them both, and they shall be eschequers to me. They shall be my East and West Indies, and I will trade to them both. Go, bear thou this letter to Mistress Page, and thou this to Mistress Ford. We will thrive, lads, we will thrive. Shall I Sir Pandarus of Troy become, and by my side wear steel? Then Lucifer take all. I will run no base humor. Here, take the humor letter. I will keep the havior of reputation. Hold, sirrah, bear you these letters tightly. Sail like my pinnace to these golden shores. Rogues hence, avaunt, vanish like hailstones. Go! Trudge, blot away, I the hoof. Seek shelter, pack. Falstaff will learn the humor of the age. French thrift, you rogues, myself and skirted page. Let vultures gripe thy guts, for Gord and Fullerman holds. and high and low beguiles the rich and poor. Tester I'll have in pouch when thou shalt lack, base Phrygian Turk. I have operations in my head which be humours of revenge. Wilt thou revenge? By welkin and her star, with wit or steel? With both the humours, I will discuss the humour of this love to page, and I to Ford shall eke unfold how Falstaff varlet vile his dove will prove, his gold will hold, and his soft couch defile. My humour shall not cool. I will incense page to deal with poison. I will possess him with yallowness, for the revolt of mine is dangerous. That is my true humour. Thou art the Mars of malcontents. I second thee. Troop on. Scene 4. Enter Mistress Quickly. Simple. What, John Rugby? Enter John Rugby. I pray thee go to the casement and see if you can see my master, Master Dr. Caius, coming. If he do, I faith and find anybody in the house, here will be an old abusing of God's patience in the king's English. I'll go watch. Go, and we'll have a posset for't soon at night, in faith, at the latter end of a sea coal fire, an honest, willing, kind fellow as ever servant shall come in house withal, and I warrant you no telltale nor no breed bait. His worst fault is that he is given to prayer. He is something peevish that way, but nobody but has his fault. But let that pass. Peter Simple, you say your name is? For fault of a better. And Master Slender's your master? Forsooth. Does he not wear a great round beard like a glover's paring knife? No, forsooth, he hath but a little whey face, with a little yellow beard, and a cane-colored beard. A softly sprited man is he not? Forsooth, but he is as tall a man of his hands as any is between this and his head. He hath fought with a warrener. How say you? Oh, I should remember him. Does he not hold up his head, as it were, and strut in his gait? Yes, indeed he does. Well, heaven send Anne Page no worse fortune. Tell Master Parson Evans I will do what I can for your master. Anne is a good girl, and I wish. Out, alas, here comes my master. We shall all be shent. Run in here, good young man. Go into this closet. He will not stay long. Shut Simple in the closet. What, John Rugby? John, what, John, I say? Go, John, go inquire for my master. I doubt he be not well, that he comes not home. And down, etc. Enter Dr. Caius. Caius. That is you sing? I do not like destoys. Pray you go and vetch me in my closet un boyatan verd, a box, a green a box. Do intend that I speak? A green a box. Forsooth, I'll fetch it you. I am glad he went not in himself. If he had found the young man, he would have been horn mad. Ma foi, il fait fort chaud de Gémen, voilà que la grande affaire. Is it this, sir? Oui, mettre le au pont mon pocket, dépêche quickly. Where is that knave Rugby? What, John Rugby? John? Here, sir, you are John Rugby. And you are Jack Rugby. Come, take your rapier. Come after my heel to the court. 'Tis ready, sir, here in the porch. By my trot I tarry long, too. Ods me, que j'ai oublié. There is some simples in my closet that I will not for the world I shall leave behind. Me, he'll find the young man there and be mad. Oh diable, that is in my closet. Villani Laroon, pulling out, simple out. Rugby my rapier. Good master, be content. Wherefore shall I be content, eh? The young man is an honest man. What shall de honest man do in my closet? There is no honest man that come in my closet. I beseech you, be not so phlegmatic. Hear the truth of it. He came of an errand to me from Parson Hugh. Well, forsooth, to desire her too. Peace, I pray you. Peace o' your tongue. Speak o' your tale. To desire this honest gentlewoman, your maid, to speak a good word to mistress and page for my master in the way of marriage. This is all indeed law, but I'll never put a finger in the fire, and need not. Sir Hugh, send a you, Rugby, bailey, me some paper, tarry you a little while. Writes, aside to Simple, I am glad he is so quiet. If he had been thoroughly moved, you should have heard him so loud and so melancholy, but notwithstanding, man, I'll do you, your master, what good I can. And the very ye and the no is the French doctor, my master. I may call him my master. Look you, for I keep his house. And I wash, wring, brew, bake, scour, dress meat, and drink, make the beds, and do all myself. Simple aside quickly. 'Tis a great charge to come under one body's hand. Quickly aside to Simple. Are you avised of that? You shall find it a great charge, and to be up early and down late, but notwithstanding, to tell you in your ear, I would have no words of it. My master himself is in love with Mistress Anne Page, but notwithstanding that, I know Anne's mind, that's neither here nor there. You jackknape, give this letter to Sir Hugh, by gar, it is a challenge. I will cut his throat in Day Park, and I will teach a scurvy jack and knave's priest to meddle, or make. You may be gone. It is not good you tarry here. By gar, I will cut all these 2 stones. By God, he shall not have a stone to throw at his dog. Alas, he speaks but for his friend. It is no matter of dad. Do not you tell me, dad, that I shall have Anne Page for myself. By God, I will kill the Jack Priest, and I have appointed my host, Jack DeVere, to measure our weapon. By God, I will have myself Anne Page. Sir, the maid loves you, and all shall be well. We must give folks leave to prate. What the good juror? Rugby, come to the court with me. By God, if I have not the Anne Page, I shall turn your head out of my door. Follow my heels, Rugby. You shall have, Anne, fool's head of your own. No, I know Anne's mind for that. Never a woman in Windsor knows more of Anne's mind than I do, nor can do more than I do with her, I thank heaven. Who's within there, ho? Who's there, I trow? Come near the house, I pray you. Enter Fenton. How now, good woman, how dost thou? The better that it pleases your good worship to ask. What news? How does pretty Mistress Anne? In truth, sir, she is pretty, and honest and gentle, and one that is your friend. I can tell you that by the way, and I praise heaven for it. Shall I do any good, thinkest thou? Shall I not lose my suit? Troth, sir, all is in his hands above. But notwithstanding, Master Fenton, I'll be sworn on a book she loves you. Have not your worship a wart above your eye? Yes, marry, have I. What of that? Well, thereby hangs a tale. Good faith, it is such another Nan, but I detest an honest maid as ever broke bread. We had an hour's talk of that wart. I shall never laugh but in that maid's company. But indeed she is given too much to melancholy and musing. But for you, well, go to. Well, I shall see her today. Hold, there's money for thee. Let me have thy voice in my behalf. If thou seest her before me, commend me. Will I? I faith that we will. And I will tell your worship more of the wart the next time. Mistress Anne Page. There we go.